Yes.
Hello, I'm Jessica Shiffman.
And I'm Emma Mynatt here today on You Want It, We Can Make It, Columbian Exchange Cooking. In this installment, we will make easy beef enchiladas in European-style pizza.
We are going to start today with our enchiladas. Here's what you'll need. 12 corn tortillas, 1 28-ounce can of red enchilada sauce, 2 cups of mozzarella or queso blanco, 1.5 cups of ground beef or chicken, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil.
Let's begin. Turn the oven on and heat to 500 degrees. Next, you'll coat each of your tortillas in oil using your hands or a soft brush, then placing them on a cookie sheet. Now you'll take your oil and put it on your tortilla.
Both sides.
Like so. Completely coating it.
Here you go. I'll make room. We have previously made the rest of them.
Okay, and stick them in the oven for about 7 minutes.
Is that 500?
500, yeah.
Does it say what shelf? Wait, we need. I'm scared. I'm gonna burn myself. Time.
About 7 minutes. Timer, 7 minutes. Now, while we're waiting for those to cook,
Just pour enough sauce into this 9 by 13 inch pan baking dish to cover the bottom. Then pour the rest of the sauce into a large bowl and then set aside for later. Okay, now the rest. Here you go.
okay.
Where should I put this? Right here. Okay.
When the tortillas are out of the oven and finished cooling, you'll start dipping them into the bowl and coating them with sauce and then place them into the baking dish. And now our tortillas are about done baking, so we'll wait on those and then we'll start dipping them into the bowl and coating them with sauce. Looks like they're done. Ooh.
Real crispy.
Crispy and a little golden brown. And now you'll have to let them cool till they're warm to the touch. Now once your tortillas are warm to the touch, you'll start dipping them in your extra bowl of sauce until it's completely coated. And then you'll stick it in your pan of sauce.
And you're going to get 2 to 3 tablespoons of beef. And you're going to put on half of it so it's easier to roll over.
And then you'll add a little bit of cheese depending on how much you like.
Sprinkle it over. Get a little bit more there so I like cheese.
Cheese is yummy.
And then we're going to roll it over like so.
So you're kind of like folding it.
So like that. Then we're going to put the fold underneath towards the bowl.
And of course, this is an awesome family meal, and it's perfect if you love getting down and messy. And a quick little fact about beef, there are over 100
medicines, including insulin, that are used by cows, made by cows.
well, not made by cows, because you could be made
But
by
like
cows.
used to make by cows. Well, I'm not making any sense. Oh. Okay, so we're going to continue this process until we fill our pan.
Now we've set our oven back to 400 degrees because after these are all done, we are going to stick them back in for about 15 minutes. And what you've seen Jessie been doing is she started to put some corn in because we wanted to do half with corn, half without corn, because one of our big inspirations from this dish was we love learning about the Columbian Exchange and Latin American cooking. And so our tomato sauce is from the Columbian Exchange. It was brought by the Spanish to Latin America and is used in a whole bunch of their cooking. But the history on the corn, the also known as maize, it has been used since the Aztec and Inca time, and it was one of their main crops, still is today. And we just thought it'd be delicious to add corn in a couple of these. So, and we're also using corn tortillas, so makes a perfect Aztec dish.
So 12?
Mm-hmm. These are going to turn out so yummy. Now after you have all your enchiladas in the pan and you've sprinkled some cheese, beef, and corn over, if desired, you'll take some of your sauce, extra sauce, and start
pouring it over all the enchiladas. This will keep it moist during the process of cooking.
And once your oven is at 400 degrees, you'll stick this in the oven for, again, about 15 minutes. Now you'll take your enchiladas, all yummy and good, and stick them in the oven.
Which shelf?
Put it on top.
On the middle shelf?
On top.
Oh, I mean on top.
And leave them in there for about 15 minutes.
We're going to put our timer on, and we'll see you in 15 minutes.
We have just finished our easy beef cheesy enchiladas, and we're about to try, and it's good. And we are back. We just had our yummy enchiladas, and we are ready to make our pepperoni pizza. First, you'll preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. While Jessie's struggling to get the pizza out, we are using a Publix brand pre-made pizza dough, and we let it sit out for about an hour before using it.
Which we already did.
And you can use pretty much any tomato sauce. We just decided to use a prepackaged one.
Well, we're going to put some flour on this because it's sticky.
And as you can also see, we've already spread out some flour, so the dough doesn't get stuck to everything.
And did you know that the tomato was originally grown by the Aztecs? It was called zitomal, plump thing with a navel. And during the 19th century, it was common to practice to throw rotten tomatoes at bad stage performances.
Imagine getting that in your face.
Yikes.
Okay, so we're just starting.
You also will need some mozzarella cheese, or any other cheese that you would like, but I like mozzarella. And depending if you want it or not, you can put some
Prepackaged pepperoni on.
Kind of has pepperoni. Now, I am going to roll out the bubbles.
Oh, can you hear all those pops?
But like, what you never do is you never start at the side because that can rip it, and you do not want to rip your pizza dough. You always start at the middle and then go out. Now, Emma, can you take that and flour? No, we can do that later. Okay. I'll get the key in a second. Okay, so now that I've already did those bubbles, I'm going to start pulling it a little bit. You can try and just hold it on top. In a second. And then you'll just keep doing that. So kind of stretch it out. Now that Emma's doing it right now, you can see how she's using her knuckles in the middle to do it in the middle of it. So you stretch it out so you have the crust on the end, and you also stretch it out to make it bigger. Okay. So,
Woo!
yeah, we're not going to be throwing it. You don't want it to fall on the ground. After we just start all over. Okay, we're gonna finish this out and then we'll see you in a second. Now we're gonna take our metal pan and we're going to put flour on this too.
Okay, so take your flour and just sprinkle it all over it. It'll start falling through the holes, but it'll just get it all floury, so
that's all that matters.
Floury.
Just get the sides. Don't rub it in.
Okay. Get a little more on there.
Okay, that would be good. Now we're going to plop it on. And we're going to stretch it and try and get it.
Make it into a circular shape.
We'll be original. And we're just kind of pull it out like that. Because it's pre-made dough, it's kind of like a more springy action to it. But if you were to make your own homemade dough, it's usually a lot more polite to you. Here, you pull that
around.
Here, you pull it that direction. Fine. Here, you pull. Pull. Okay.
This would be better as a two-person project or a family dinner night because
So you may want to use some more dough than us.
yes, you do need help stretching out your dough. And this serving size, since we only have 2 people, we had a smaller dough. But if you have bigger people, more people, you can.
Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to...
Oh, there's some bubbles in it.
Okay.
Yes. Now that our dough's all rolled out, we're going to put some sauce
Pour
on.
the sauce in the center, and then Emma's going to circle it out in a circular motion. But she's going to make sure she doesn't get the outside, because that's where her crust is going to be, and I don't really like sauce on their crust. So, Kira, go on that side.
Yeah, good. Needs a little more sauce. Over here a little bit.
Here, going to drip it. I don't like saucy pizza, so we're not going to use that much sauce. Just enough to
I
cover.
like saucy pizza.
Really? Here, can I try?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Take a little bit from that side, move it over.
Just put a little more.
Okay. Little.
Put it like over in this corner.
Yeah, it's
Getting
awkward
stuck.
position for me. So that's
Okay.
enough.
Yeah, that's.
Gotta scoop a little bit of that out. You may just want to put that in the sink. We're going to continue circling it over. And once you have the right amount of sauce on, which we do now, we're going to put...
You got some flour on your cheek. I'm sure.
We're going to put our cheese on now.
This really is a get down and dirty dish, so if this is like at the last minute, then it's probably not gonna work out. Like you'll probably need to plan for this meal.
It's good.
Okay. Get a little more closer to the crust on this side to make all the sauce are good.
Okay. We're going to pour our stuff on, and then Emma's going to move it around.
Do you like a cheesy pizza?
I love a cheesy pizza. Yeah, I use all this.
I like getting some cheese on the crust too, because that
kind of burns it a little bit.
Yeah, it gives it that little extra effect.
This is just how we like our pizza. Everybody hears. Now we're gonna put a little bit of a We're gonna put a little bit of Mexican blend on it to make it a little
authentic. Even though this is a European dish, but we want to spice it up a little bit.
Following from our enchilada recipe. And then Emma, you can keep mixing that up so we don't just have all mozzarella. Okay, keep on going.
Nice little blends. And you can use whatever kind of cheese you want, but the best pizza cheese would be mozzarella. And you could add You could add different kinds of cheeses as your topping.
You can even use fresh mozzarella, like sliced mozzarella, but I think this works better because it melts better.
And now we are going to add
our pepperoni.
Yummy.
We're going to put it on our sheet with a smiley face because that's just fun.
That's just how we roll.
But we're going to make a circle around it too.
Oh, we are?
We're going to circle it and then we're going to do the face on the inside. So we just have that. Pepperonis.
Because we love our pepperoni.
After cooking this for 18 minutes and letting it sit for 5 minutes after, we have made this wonderful pizza.
It's so good! Hot!
Now you're recording.
What? Ow.